What up, guys? It's Solus, and here I'm going to be reviewing Medal of Honor Airborne, released in 2007 by EA. It was a very, very good and pretty much the only shooter pretty much based on one division of the Army in a Medal of Honor franchise. And this was focusing on the efforts that we did to drop in the paratroopers starting out in World War II. And this is before EA was notorious for microtransactions. So a lot of the game takes place in European theater, and you're running and gunning through these buildings and like these battlefields. And the best thing about it is you can drop in at any time. Now, of course, the graphics now aren't gonna be that great. The story, the voice acting, but it's not really about that. It's about the overall World War II gameplay. And this is not presented the way like Call of Duty World War II is, with like lots of theatrics. This is you running in there with your squad, shooting Nazis, and you have a set amount of objectives that you can tackle at any time. There's a bunch of things in the game that are very excellent, like being able to upgrade your weapons from slowly being this just regular weapon to updating your guns to like hold more bullets. You're able to throw more grenades. Sometimes they do more damage. The pistols do more damage. There's just so many weapons in the game, and it's fun to upgrade them all and just replay the game and on the difficulties. And the cool thing is, if you play it on a higher difficulty, it still saves your weapons, so you still have these really OP weapons in this hard difficulty. Playing with the weapons that are given to you in the beginning of the game on the harder difficulty is pretty much a mistake. You should almost certainly start out on casual or normal. Uh, the AI is tremendous. I mean, they are rough. They will charge you and hit you. And if you couldn't tell by the gameplay itself, everyone in this game, including your character, sprints and moves really fast. They reload fast. They jump fast. And a lot of uh, the gameplay is just really fast. It's almost like Call of Duty like. It's very quick, very twitchy, and if you're not behind cover in this game, you will be cut down. Your character cannot take a lot of damage. He does not have regenerating health. He only regenerates one of his health bars, and you have four, but trust and believe that that one health bar is not nearly enough. You're going to need to be setting time to go look for health packs. Usually they're pretty nearby. You'll start out every mission, and there's just a little cutscene, and it'll like have a little radio chatter over it. It'll load in what enemies you have. It'll show what skill level they are, which will obviously start out lower. You will sit in this kind of training room, and it'll overload all the operations. I mean, you could skip it, but after this is where you get your weapons, and any weapon you picked up on the battlefield, you're able to unlock and equip for any mission, except I think the first mission. There's so many aspects in this game that are phenomenal. There's multiplayer. It's pretty trash. Like, it's not something that I would recommend playing at all. Like, there's so many glitches, and it just kind of, it kind of looks like it kind of looks terrible compared to the actual game itself. Uh, Textures pop in, and things load in on the environments in multiplayer that just would not have happened in single player. The only reason, if you can find people to play with, to do it is the achievements. The weapons are pretty solid. You do have the ability to kick grenades instead of throwing them, which is freaking hilarious because no matter where you are, unlike other games where you have to pick up and throw it, your guy just kicks it, and he kicks it right in the face of the enemy. So they're shooting the crap out of me right now. I throw a grenade, I kick it, I kick my own grenade, I can kick their grenades too. Boom. And there's a few achievements that are based on weapons, and that's just one of them. Like, here's the beginning. So there are weapons in the game that are really overpowered, but a lot of times you'll be rolling with a squad, which makes it even easier. But like I said before, the AI is madness. I mean, they will run up and melee you. They will throw grenades at you, and the melee will knock you out almost instantly. They'll just hit you multiple times. Like I said, it's some of the scariest Nazis I've ever faced in a World War II game. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like these guys. They will just run up on you and hit you in the face. And everyone's really quick, especially these weapons here. The Magnum, when you level out the Magnum, oh my God, it just tears through people. You don't really need to aim; you can just walk up and fire those 7 rounds, and anyone caught in those rounds would be just desolated. I mean, it's crazy how effective they are, and it's just kind of unfair. Like I said before, the enemies are just bullet sponges, and they will not react to getting shot at all. I mean, no matter where you're shooting at them, unless it's a headshot, which there is an achievement for 10 headshots in a row, which I still have not gotten, and I've beaten this game at least 4 times. The AI will tear you to pieces. The last mission in particular is so ridiculous. Like one of the last missions, this is the Nijmegen Bridge mission. As a market target, I mean, there's just no escaping. Enemies have dead aim, and like I'm shooting this guy directly in the dick right now, and he's just not reacting. I mean, he's not even moving from where he's standing, and they don't. They don't. They would just sit there and shoot you while they're being shot at, which is, I guess, like old AI. That's just it was just kind of poor. But uh, or that seems like a disadvantage. They will really hit you from any distance. I mean, you can hit anyone as And anyways, that's pretty much it. The main parts of the game I'd say would be the AI not reacting and getting shot. But the music is good. Oh my god, the gameplay, the ability to drop anyone on the battlefield at all times. You can tackle any objectives in any order, and that's something that games still don't usually have. Even Call of Duty doesn't have that. The old Medal of Honors didn't have that. You just be able to drop in wherever you want on the battlefield and tackle any objective you want in the game, which is phenomenal. I would give this game like a 7 out of 10, like a 7.5, just because of like what it would be now, but like the technology we have to make World War shooters now, and maybe like an 8 back in the day, but the AI really sets it back. But the ability to level up weapons really brings it out at the front of the pack and definitely makes it above an average. And also, back in the day, Medal of Honor games, it was tremendous. The soundtrack was amazing, and everything about the game is still really amazing. And it really does make you feel like you're in it, and it doesn't make it feel like Call of Duty World War II did, where everything's like really theatrical and very scripted, and like even when you have the ability to tackle objectives slowly, it still feels very, very linear. And this is one of those games where you could go anywhere. There wasn't a lot of connect to the characters, and you could just do whatever you wanted the whole game. You could do the hardest objective first. You could grab the explosives. You could level up your weapons and just chill in one area. And the characters, the AI is unlimited, so your buddies will come in and drop weapons and stuff like that. It's definitely worth a playthrough. It is on the EA Pass, which is $5 a month or $30 a year, which I recommend getting if you like any sports games. All the UFCs are on there, all the Dead Spaces are on there, and this game is on there, and it's definitely on there. And there's also Burnout Paradise, which I'll be reviewing next. But thanks for watching the review. I appreciate it a lot, and I'll see you guys next time on Soulless Reviews. Thank you for listening.